If you hear, you know what that means. The leaves are falling and it's officially Twilight marathon season. But before you grab your popcorn, we've got the latest updates on the cast of this legendary vampire saga. What's Robert Pattinson's take on becoming a dad these days?
Well...
Why did Kristen Stewart hit the brakes on her acting career? And who traded Hollywood glitz for life around animals? Spoiler, more than one cast member did. Buckle up, Twihards, we're diving deep. Kristen Stewart as Bella Swan. Can you believe it's been over 15 years since the first Twilight hit theaters? Kristen still can't wrap her head around it.
On one hand, you're like, oh, I'm old, my God. I feel like that was 5 minutes ago.
Here's a fun twist. The actress now sees some major queer undertones in the franchise.
I don't think it necessarily started off that way, but I also think that the fact that I was there at all, it was percolating. It's such a gay movie.
Whoa, what a revelation. What do you all think? Now 34, Kristen's career is still going strong, and she's taking on new challenges, like directing her first feature film. The Chronology of Water is a romantic drama inspired by Lydia Yuknovich's memoir. This project is so close to her heart that she announced early this year she's pausing her acting gigs until she gets it done.
Yeah, I will quit the f***ing business. I won't make another movie until I make this movie.
On the personal front, the actress is all smiles. She's engaged to screenwriter and actress Dylan Meyer. They first met on a movie set in 2013, but reconnected 6 years later at a friend's birthday party.
Yeah, I did get really lucky to re-meet someone that I was like, I was so ill-equipped, and now I am like gonna make this happen.
There is no wedding date yet, but Kristen and Dylan are already considering starting a family. As much as she's excited about it, Stewart has a few hesitations.
I'm not scared of being pregnant. I'm not scared of having a kid. But I'm so f***ing scared of childbirth, it's crazy.
We're rooting for the actress all the way. And what's new with her lovely vampire? Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen. This guy's been dealing with some very sweet worries lately. This March, Robert and his girlfriend, Suki Waterhouse, welcomed their first child. And leave it to Suki to make the big reveal in style. She spilled the beans during her set at Coachella.
I don't know if some of you know, but I've had some pretty big life changes happen recently. I love amazing ladies, and I've been very lucky to have my own little amazing lady and meet the love of my life.
So, congrats to the new mom and dad of a baby girl. And Waterhouse couldn't be happier with her co-parent.
He's the dad I could have hoped for. I mean, a dad and his daughter. It's an actual love story.
As for Robert, he's soaking up every moment.
She's so cute, and you know, I'm amazed by how quickly their personality comes. So even at 3 months, I'm like, oh, I can kind of see who she is already.
The couple started dating back in 2018, and rumor has it they're engaged. But these two like to keep things private, so we'll have to wait for any wedding deets. One thing's for sure, Rob is a super supportive partner. He can often be seen backstage at Suki's performances. Career-wise, 38-year-old Pattinson isn't slowing down either. At the start of 2025, we'll see him in the sci-fi film Mickey 17. And in 2026, he's slipping back into the cape as Batman for the sequel. Now, let's catch up with the main werewolf of the franchise. Taylor Lautner as Jacob Black. Did you know Jacob Black almost had a different face? Turns out, after Twilight, the producers considered recasting the role because of his dramatic transformation in the second film.
My character in the first book is supposed to be like the 16-year-old little scrawny boy. And then in the middle of New Moon, he transforms into this like 25-year-old looking like built muscular man.
So Taylor hit the gym to keep his role.
I had to work very hard for it and very, very hard just to maintain it.
But the fame came with a side of body image struggles.
Seeing it online where they put the side-by-sides of me shirtless in the ocean in a scene from that movie compared to me in Eclipse or whatever, and being like, wow, he's let it all go. I was like, oh man.
Luckily, his wife Tay Dome is always there to support him. The couple tied the knot in 2022 after 4 years of dating. Now, Taylor and Tay co-host a podcast called The Squeeze, where they talk about all things mental health. And while the spouses mentioned wanting kids in the future, they're a bit nervous about it.
How do we raise kids who are going to be able to speak up for themselves or feel like they can talk to us about this? It scares me.
It seems like at 32, Lautner is shifting his focus away from acting for now. After all, he hasn't appeared in any TV shows or movies since 2022. But we are sure that he knows what he is doing, and we're moving to the rest of the Cullen family. Mackenzie Foy as Renesmee Cullen. She was just 11 when she made her debut in Breaking Dawn. Fast forward, and now she's 23 and all grown up. Since her days as little Renesmee, Mackenzie has starred in some major hits, like Interstellar and The Nutcracker and The Four Realms. Her latest on-screen role was in 2020 Disney's Black Beauty, and it was on that set she fell head over heels for horses. Now, she's living the equestrian life, and guess what? She's a total pro. But for Foy, it's more than just a hobby. She's also deeply involved with the Wild Beauty Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping and rehabilitating wild horses. As for her love life, it's a mystery. Even her Instagram is all horses and Taekwondo. She's not someone to mess with, that's for sure. While Mackenzie doesn't have any new acting projects lined up just yet, we might see her flexing some new talents soon.
And hopefully to start getting into writing and directing and the more creative side of it really soon.
And what about her on-screen aunt? Ashley Greene as Alice Cullen. Our favorite vampire seer is now a mom. Ashley and her husband, entrepreneur Paul Corey, welcomed their daughter, Kingsley Rain, in 2022. And believe it or not, the actress took a little inspiration from Twilight when it comes to motherhood.
The one thing I'll take from Bella and her relationship with Renesmee is kind of the fierce protectiveness and loyalty that she has to this child.
Greene and Corey met back in 2009 through mutual friends and tied the knot 7 years later in a stunning ceremony among California's redwoods. You can find tons of adorable photos of her loved ones on her Instagram. Aside from family life, the 37-year-old actress is all about staying healthy and active, but she hasn't left the saga in the past. Ashley co-hosts the podcast The Twilight Effect. Together with Melanie Howe, they dive into the phenomenon of the franchise and answer fan questions.
You know, the way that people love Twilight and are so invested in it, like I didn't really have something like that when I was a kid.
Let's shift our focus on her co-star, who, fun fact, Ashley had a bit of a crush on. Jackson Rathbone as Jasper Hale. The actor has plenty of fond memories from his time in the saga. He's still very much connected to the franchise, often showing up at fan events with his fellow cast members. Jackson even affectionately calls them his family. When it comes to a possible reunion, he's got some thoughts.
And only time will tell.
But probably yes. And to that we say, yes please. At 39, Rathbone is still keeping busy in the acting world. His latest appearance was in the comedy Books and Drinks. On the personal front, Jackson's luck continues. He's been happily married to Sheila Hafsadi for 10 years, and together, they're raising 3 kids. And did you know about Jackson's special bond with his co-star Nikki Reed?
I love that girl so much. She is the godmother of my firstborn son.
And now, a perfect moment to talk about her. Nikki Reed as Rosalie Hale. The 36-year-old star has found her real-life vampire. Nikki tied the knot with the Vampire Diaries star Ian Somerhalder back in 2015. The couple is all about sustainable living and are raising their 2 kids on a cozy farm.
I knew that I felt the most at peace in nature, but I just can't, for me personally, envision a life without that connection to plants and soil.
Moving away from Hollywood, she believes, was the best decision.
To be fully transparent about it, I really did not want to be in the public eye anymore.
But stepping back from acting doesn't mean Reed is slowing down. She's an entrepreneur, running her own eco-friendly jewelry line, Buy You With Love, and co-founded the Absorption Company, which develops tech-powered supplements. Together with Ian, Nikki even co-produced the documentary Common Ground, shedding light on America's food system and sustainable farming practices. And guess what? Nikki isn't afraid to go to work with her husband.
We're really good business partners, actually. I have to say, we're very much the yin and the yang. He's a super creative and a visionary, and I am all about like the nuts and bolts and logistics.
By the way, the next actor also enjoys a happy family life. Kellan Lutz as Emmett Cullen. While Kellan and Nikki never dated in real life, they share a strong connection.
I really fell in love with her as a human being in Breaking Dawn because we just had so much time to talk, and she's really, really special, has such a kind heart. I'm actually kind of surprised her and I didn't date throughout all this.
But Lutz did find his soulmate in TV host Brittany Gonzalez. He knew she was the one almost instantly, and popped the question just 4 months later. The couple tied the knot in 2017 in a dreamy ceremony. Their journey hasn't been without its hardships, though. Brittany suffered a heartbreaking miscarriage at 7 months of pregnancy, but happiness returned when they welcomed their daughter, Ashton Lily, in 2021, followed by their son, Kason, in 2022.
Thanks for all the love and prayers. We are so blessed and in love.
By the way, the 39-year-old star is still going strong in his acting career. You can catch him in projects like What Remains and Do Justice. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane with the Twilight cast. Want more updates on your favorite stars? Don't forget to check out our other videos. And as always, thanks for watching.